What up, what up, what up? Facebook Live. Hey, honey, it's Val. It's a Tuesday night, and I'm here in my studio, and I'm live, baby. I'm live. And if you're new to me, stay a minute and see what's going on. You're going to get some good information tonight about your energy and your being and coming into what you know is calling you. Yes, it is. So let me share this around a little bit. Wait for a few people to come on. Hi, Donna. How are you? Who's here with me? Say hello, honey. Say hello. Look at this purple light. You see my, it's still light outside here. It's evening. Say hello, everybody. Hey, Angel. How is everybody? Hi, Donna. Welcome. You're tired. Oh. Yeah, it's been an interesting day energetically, for sure. There's a lot of planetary lineups today. And we're going to talk about that. And we're going to talk about your soul standards, honey. Who's excited about tonight's topic? This is some good stuff. You're doing okay, Angel? Shauna. Yes, Shauna's like, hello, magnificent, beautiful creators. That's my girl. Queen Valtopia right there, for sure. All right, finally, this thing is loading up. It's taking forever for me to load it up. Let me just share to Valtopia, my free group. You guys are already in there, I believe. If you're not already in there, well, come on in. We're talking about prosperity. We're talking about abundance, creation, basically how to get a hold of yourself so you can create from your best energy and live the life that's calling you, because, hello, each of us are getting called to more all the time. And we all have family and people and friends who say, you can't do that. And we say in Valtopia, oh, yes, I can, and yes, I do. You feel me? Join us live. So, oh, I'm right on the delete button there. Hang on a second. Share this around if you feel inspired. I'm sure you do. We're going to be talking about some good stuff tonight. We are. Okay, I'm sharing into Valtopia. Hi, America. Angel's like, yeah, baby, I'm ready. Yay. 100%. Okay, tell me how this cosmic weather has been, how you've been feeling, and tell me if you've been making shifts in your relationships, in your choices about what you're doing, and if you're listening in to the signs and the signals that are coming in for you about what's happening. Let me know. I don't know why I'm having a hard time sharing this tonight. Let me share this to my page and then I'm going to be done. I don't feel like staying on sharing this forever. Join us live. Share the stream. Excellent topic tonight. Ah, that doesn't work. Oh well, I'll just share. Okay. Thank you, Donna. Thank you. So, there is... Let me see if I can remember what the... Hi, Christy. How are you? It's a whole lineup happening with the planets. And I'm not going to list them out for you. That's not my specialty. But what I do feel is how they're affecting our emotions and our choices and our behavior patterns. And it's been really clear. You know, we had the moon, where the moon showed us like, oh, you're not there anymore. Remember, I've been talking about this. Hey, Allie. After the moon, we experienced some stuff where it was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely not there anymore. And then as we came out on the other side of that, then you could start looking at some of the relationships you're in some of the situations, whether it's your job or your family or a friendship or a relationship, and you're like, oh, I finally got to pull the plug on this. Has anybody been going through that? Give me a hand up if you know what I'm talking about. Or maybe if you were in a place of stagnation and you weren't moving forward, now you're really feeling the call and the pull to shift things for yourself. And here's what's so cool about this cosmic energy assisting us with things that feel like irritations, right, or problems. We know that this is coming through to support us. So this is all about soul standards. And soul standards, or standards, however you want to put it, this cosmic awareness, Shauna's like crying and laughing. Shauna can share her story. I never like to tell clients stuff because I want everybody to know you're most of my clients love to share what they're going through and part of the community, so I'll let her share. But always know that you're in confidence when you come and work with me. So this cosmic weather is showing us exactly where things are not aligned, where they're not working, but it's still up to us to make those choices. And many of the choices that maybe we've tried and then gone back on it, or tried and gone back out, that's not working for us right now. Do you feel this? And if you're not feeling this, what are you feeling? What is this cosmic weather bringing up for you? Because I'm telling you, we're getting into July. There's going to be two huge, there's a lunar and a solar eclipse in July. There's 2 new moons in July. We're talking shift the clock, honey. So if you haven't been tuning into this and allowing yourself to see the signs, either whether it's in your body or your emotions or your situations coming up in your face, shift blowing up in your face, deal with it. Who is having trouble meeting their soul standards or tuning in, or who would like to share how they've been shifting their soul standards? Shauna is sharing. Shauna's my current client. She said, I'm leaving my career and don't have a plan, but I trust because I'm a goddamn powerful creator. I love you, Shauna. You are a powerful creator. And the thing about, here's what I want to talk about, this soul standards, because we've all had experiences where we've taken a step beyond our comfort zone because we just knew we had to. And once we do it, it makes so much sense to us. And once we're in the new space of being, we look back and go, oh my gosh, I can't believe I was ever okay with the way that was. Do you feel me about that? Allie says feeling really bad stuff around being a stupid and incompetent failure today. Well, Allie, what do you feel that energy is showing you about your own belief system? And what are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about those energies coming through for you? It's crazy how it can just flare up after a bunch of good feelings and growth. Yeah, you know, it's a discipline and a practice to choose our thoughts. And that sounds like boring and like something you have to do, which is why a lot of people think they're not going to do it. But you could think of it more as a devotion to yourself and a choice, and make it be something that calls you, so you take care of it. As in, you just decide over and over again, no, my desire means more to me than this pain in the ass thought that I'm having that I've had for 10 years already that hasn't been working out for me. So how about I change it? How about that? You know? And that's where, you know, these last few months, and especially year, I've made upgrade after upgrade after upgrade in my life, meaning I gave up foods that didn't work for me. I gave up drinks that didn't work for me. I gave up people that didn't work for me. When I say didn't work for me, it means that they might have enjoyed things about them, these situations, people, places, and things, but I could tell they were causing a leak in my overall sense of self and my integrity of who I desire and know I am to be. And so I get to say, no, I'm not going to do that. And you know, we're all human. When I first go to change something that's been entrenched in my being for a long time, I have that feeling of like, oh, am I really going to let this go? Am I gonna let myself down again? We have that. And we get to look that in the face and say, I see you, fear. I see you, doubt. I see you, anxiety. I see you, the past. And now I don't. And now I see my desire. I see what I'm rising up into. I see what's on the other side. And it's like, choose. Choose what you're thinking about. Choose what you're talking to, who you're talking to, who you're being with, what you're doing during your days, how you're expressing about that. You know, you see people going and complaining to other people who haven't chosen to rise up in their soul standards. Maybe they've come up a little bit and now they're afraid of it. They're kind of afraid of the expansion. Going and chatting with people who don't support you in the growth that is calling you is a choice. And you get to decide how you resonate with the people around you or not, and see how you feel and let that guide you back to yourself. Allie says, yeah, that's basically what I keep reminding myself today. Yeah? Yeah, and you know, you get better and better at the process of getting to know yourself, of getting to know your patterns, of getting to know where you're supporting yourself and letting yourself down and everything, right? So, soul standards. What are some soul standards that you might be inviting yourself into? And here's the thing. It's all energy. It is all energy. Hi, Estella. Welcome. Thank you. Thank you for joining us. Welcome to Valtopia, honey. And Shauna knows she's been working with me one-on-one and having not only daily guidance, but there's energy that can come through that can get you past that stage of what you've always been doing. And that's what I've done for myself in times when I wanted to move past a period where I felt like, wow, this thing really feels bigger than what I know how to address. And I have known this thought so long that I'm feeling like it's going to be difficult to shift. I get support in that, whether I listen to new material in my ears, hire a new coach or a mentor, go to a new support group, make new friends, put myself, and the biggest thing you can do is take that step without knowing what the outcome is going to be, other than you're being pulled in that direction and you know you've got to follow that. And you know that from taking that step, you move yourself out of stagnancy or sabotage and into the place your soul is calling you to. Estella, we're talking about soul standards and the cosmic weather and how that's allowing us to shift into new spaces of being. So tell me how you are, where you are in your journey. If you're new to the live stream or you're watching the playback, let me know. You're watching the playback and let me know where you are in your journey and what do you want to know about taking those brave steps? What do you want to know about tuning into your soul standards? What do you want to know about lifting yourself up more powerfully into a place that feels right and aligned to you so that you can be that much more powerful in your experience of being and enjoy yourself so that from that enjoyment, you better it for everyone else? Hi, Lara. Shauna says, yes, invest in yourself and leap and you will get some real results for real. Shauna, what would you say the number one result has been for you? I mean, you've just lit up since we first met. And that's pretty much the number one thing I see. People come back to life. They feel more connected into their own life source, and that creates a vibrancy and a connection that keeps you going. And when I talk about being activated, that's what I'm talking about. But it goes beyond that because we're talking about opening up and activating your DNA. Oh, Lara says, love my Val. I love you too, honey. Lara had a huge shift in the Dream Lab, the Dream Like a Boss. We were going to launch that again this week, and I've decided to hold off on that until we have a bigger crew going. So, who's here that's new and wants to ask a question or wants to know about your energy or how to shift your energy? And here's where I am. I'm shifting from where I've been in showing up in my live streams. You've noticed I've pulled back a little bit. And Estella says, I love it. I had to finally be true to my heart and let go of a relationship. I'm with you, girl. It set you free. How long has it been, Estella? Hi, Natasha. How are you? Allie says, what is it like to shift out of your core limiting belief? Realizing that I've always believed I'm a failure is eye-opening. But I almost don't know what it feels like to believe that I can succeed. Okay, that's such a good question, Allie, because that's pretty much like you could put anything else in there, and we're all going through that at any one time. Every time you're overcoming any limiting belief and coming into a new space of being, right? So it never is different other than you begin to recognize your own self and pattern better. You have more tools. And of course, once you do the initial activation and awakening, like you did the abundance awakening, and you seem to be having a lot of expansive self-awareness since you did the abundance awakening a few days ago. I'm not trying to put any words in your mouth, but I've just seen you pop it open the last few days and just being able to see yourself. And you see, that's the thing. I needed someone to awaken my DNA and activate me, which was my teacher back in 2016. I was one of the first people to take. I just knew it was something I had to do. And I put it on the credit card. And then I was able to do things and see things about myself that I just never had been able to do. Our past life patterns, our childhood patterns will cause us to retract in a sort of reactionary fear and not even let ourselves move beyond these core beliefs that we have. And when you begin to work with an activator, with your, identify with the concept of being a starseed and we're lighting each other up, or if you feel drawn to awakening your gifts, then you're tuning into part of you that says, you know what, there's limits here that aren't jiving with my soul standards, and I'm gonna rip that shit off and open it up. So Shauna says, I have shifted into believing in myself, and even just today, having some strong messages and reminders that I am a powerful creator. Yeah, and that's the thing, before we rip these seals off of our DNA, energetically speaking, and open up the pathway back to ourselves, and take the blinders off of the conditioning and programming. And all that can happen in one audio recording, right? Or shift overnight. Shauna did the Abundance Awakening and then she did more and more. And a lot of our work has been the habit training and the mindset training. Because once you open that stuff up, you have much more feeling to go into it. But we're all powerful creators, and we are creating whether we're aligned and living up to our soul standards or not. Whether we're living up to our soul standards or not. So if you're on this live stream and you're watching this and you're drawn to awaken and activate yourself, honey, you are raising the standards, not just for yourself, but everyone around you and all the generations back and forward. You're doing you're a powerful creator. And if you don't, well, you're powerfully creating from that perspective too. You feel me? Natasha says, my life is a mess. There's so much going on. I've tried my best and getting beat down. Any guidance, please? Okay. Natasha, a lot of people feel right now that their life is a mess because there's so much shifting, and we want to be grateful for the mess because the mess is you rearranging and getting into alignment. And when we feel like we're getting beat down, it means that we need to work on how we're observing ourselves and deciding to move forward with each beat down. Do you feel me on that? Let me know if that resonates for you. Ali says it definitely helped. Don't underestimate the power of a Valtopia activation, my people, Ali. Shauna says it's happening for me, girl, layer by layer. Estella says it was for over 18 years and I finally spoke my truth 3 weeks ago. Wow, good for you. Have you left the relationship and are you by yourself now, or and good for you for setting yourself free, and are you watching yourself? Because a lot of times if we've been in a controlling relationship for a really long time and we finally come out, either you've already learned everything you needed to know before you go and you won't attract it again, or sometimes we get out of those relationships and then we haven't done the work to overcome the triggers that got us in that situation in the first place, and we attract another relationship, whether it's a boss or a neighbor or a friend, that mimics that dynamic that we're so familiar with. How is all this resonating for you guys? Got some disco music going here. Wow, I'm thirsty, so there's energy coming through already here, for sure. So, Natasha, how did that resonate? Estella, I'm waiting to see what you have to say. And I love the questions. I'd love to do more question and answering on these live streams and less card pulls, because I like to do the card pulls, but truth be told, I feel like I've just been prolonging people's apathy towards resolving their life situation with these readings. And it's a wonderful way for me to connect with you guys. But I see the same people asking for readings and not taking the steps they need to improve their lives. And I don't want to be a part of that. You're powerful creators, each and every one of you that watch me. And I offer so many opportunities to tuck into yourself, and they're out there if I'm not the one. But obviously if you're watching me, you're drawn. But the idea right now, especially for all of us, is to come deeper and deeper within and know our own guidance. And you get to learn that with somebody and then teach that to yourself and others more and more. And it's powerful. Estella says, yes, I even had my menstrual for an entire month prior. Oh, you were already purging and clearing. You're amazing. You've done a lot of healing. That's beautiful, Stella. Well, so what are you going to do now? Now that you're free and you've already done the work and you're like a phoenix rising. You should have been in the reboot with us in the Phoenix Rising reboot. What are you going to do now? I love this story. And you know, that's my intention now with these live streams, is to call in leaders, messengers, creators, writers, actors, dancers, leaders, visionary leaders who are ready to disrupt the status quo of what has been and really step into powerful creator education, edutainment, music, art, classes, experiences. We are here to change the status quo, and not in a week, not in a month, not after getting a certification, right fucking now. You know what I mean? It starts right here. You don't need a big deal to go and listen to your own body and find out what's going on and begin to become the powerful creator that you already are. Just be a conscious creator, right? You're free. Let's all cheers Estella. It's huge. Just all those years you thought it was over and you didn't know what was going to happen, and you did it. You did it. We're so excited you're free. We really are. I feel that. I feel that. Lara says, yes, ready to step into powerful creatrix. Natasha says, I'm trying to stand up, but I feel like people don't want me to trust my intuition because they keep trying to make me feel like I can't trust myself, to the point that it feels like the natural intuitive woman part of myself has gone crazy. Okay, did you hear me highlighting those words? If you were one of my clients, Shauna, what would I do right now? Shauna, tell Natasha what I would do right now if she was in my messenger. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the things that we all do before we get a hold of our own presence and the patterns that we all go through. I'm normalizing what feels so powerful and painful is actually something that we all do that we can shift. Donna says, yes. Laura says, yes, honey. I love you, how you teach us to be our own gurus. Fuck yeah, you got to do it from within and be your own queen and king and not rely on anybody else. We definitely can ask for support, and we can be in company and we can support each other. But we're side to side, high-fiving, like, you got that. You got a little blind spot over there. And oh, look at you. And you know what? What you're reflecting back to me right now is not what you told me your highest self told you to do. You know what I mean? It's like, we're here to, guys, a guide to reflect back to you what is and isn't working, but you ultimately know better than anyone else, because I wasn't born with your blueprint and your beautiful own sensory system and the history that you came with and the body and family story that you chose to come and do and be and resolve. Hi, Jen. Welcome. Shauna says, circle the shit and ask what you notice. Yes. So Natasha, going back to you, I'm going to read what you said again. And Natasha, I want you to tell me what you think is the issue, okay? Are you with me, Natasha? I'm trying to stand up, but I feel like, okay, so that's an assumption. You feel like that, you're not sure, but you feel like people outside of you don't want me to trust my intuition. Okay. Nobody else gets to tell you whether or not you trust your own intuition. I know when we first start tuning in and leaving the matrix structure that we've been living in, it feels scary as fuck. Our codependency comes in, our habits, our attachment to others, and our not wanting to leave the tribe and be isolated and abandoned alone. It feels real. And most of us want to please others and be in positive energy with others. But the truth is, nobody else can tell you whether or not to trust your intuition. They can talk shit, and they can not like what you're doing, but until you decide that you trust yourself and you're gonna stand up for it no matter what, that's on you, okay? So if it's making you feel crazy, then you get to ground in more deeply to what you believe and make choices that bring you around people that align to what your intuition is guiding you to. Do you feel like you could do that? And how does all this resonate? Hey, Sue, how are you? How does all that resonate, Natasha? Do a little live coaching right here on, and this is the kind of, I'm gonna stop at that, and if you would like further support, then you can book in. But this is the kind of work that we do, besides the energy readings, besides tuning in with cards and seeing what's coming up. That is all a point of dialogue. And the words that you guys speak to me and say, you get to, I teach you to pick apart and look at your own words and your own, the way you're showing up and how it's coming through for you, so that you become your own best guru and guide, right? Ali says, since I relate to your specific talents like artwork, singing, coaching, etc., how do you allow yourself to be okay with having like 5 different things going on at once? I think I'm getting nowhere from working on fashion design, singing, dancing, and coaching all at once, but I know they're all connected somehow. It feels like I'm jumping around aimlessly, but I'm still finding my way with everything else. Okay, so Allie, first of all, you're young, so explore it all. I still, in my day, I'm looking at all my paintings around the room. Here, let me just show you. It's a little bit of a mess over here, but I got my paintings going, right? Several at once. And I'm a musician. I have music over here, and I write songs, and I sing songs, and I have clients around the world, and I'm writing these weird experiences that are they're not weird, they're fucking amazing, awakening experiences, and storing them on a library and paying people to be a part of the team Valtopia to catalog this library of content that I'm now selling as passive. You know what I mean? I'm doing a lot of different things. And I'm a single mother and I have 2 kids. So I have to choose every day how I spend my time and what I'm deciding to focus on. And when I first started, Allie, my first year, 2015, I felt so multi-passionate. How was I going to do everything? And hey, Sue, good. Of course you do. You always come in at the right time. Okay, Donna, enjoy. Thank you, Estella. So the first year, Allie, what I decided to do was channel a coloring book. And so I picked one thing that I wanted to really focus on and accomplish. And I decided I was going to get a best-selling coloring book overnight. I wanted to get not overnight. It was an overnight thing, and then that was it. But I decided I was going to get best-selling coloring book, publish it on Amazon, and that felt like a huge thing that I just wanted to know that I did, and I committed to it, and I stuck to it until it was done. I was learning about having an online business. I was learning about energy and spirituality. I was learning about my relationship with my ex-husband and trying to make it work. I was getting to know my children who are a lot younger then, and getting to know the whole spiritual online community. I was really active in all those groups and talked to hundreds of people a day and read lots of people, but I focused on that coloring book. And now it's on Amazon and you can go buy it for $8.88, and it's channeled energy from that year. So you're gonna have to do some meditation and journaling and focus on, well, what's the needle mover for me that gets me closer to my biggest desire? What is my greatest desire? Now, at the time, Allie, I wanted to feel like I was going to have a career, right, or some way to pay my bills, because I needed to get out of my marriage. At the time, I had already decided to get divorced. I'd asked for the divorce and was living in the family room, but my husband was trying to work things out and make it better. But I knew I needed some way. So instead of being freaked out and just thinking, well, how do I make money, right? I didn't. I let myself focus in on my passion. And I channeled this coloring book. I'd go to the beach and walk at the beach and listen to music in my ears. It was the first time I'd ever paused in years. I worked my ass off in a cubicle, working in the dark on these movies for years, and years before that. It was the first time literally in years that I had time to myself without my kids or being at work or being with my husband, and then I was just doing something for myself. And can I tell you how guilty I felt? I felt guilty for doing what my soul was calling me to. I felt guilty for just relaxing at the beach while all my friends at the time, they don't hang out with me now, were at work in their cubicle. Who was I to get to be at the beach and there was no live streaming back then. I was posting from the beach every day, posting prose, posting artwork, just being myself. I had no promise of any money anywhere, anytime. I did not make any money for a really long time after that.
But here I am now, so much more aligned to who I am, the way I look, the way I feel, who I be. You know, you can see me coming now. Back then, this was all inside of me and hidden inside of me, and my exterior was another person that I'm not anymore. And it all came from me just trusting that my passion and my calling, you know, it's one day at a time. One soul purpose, soul standard upping minute at a time. You feel me? Was that a good answer, Allie? Yeah, Sue, you have that coloring book, don't you? I miss you, Sue. I was thinking about you the other day. Allie says, my greatest desire is singing, but without money for lessons, it's hard to figure it out. No, it's not. You can sing every day, anywhere, Allie. You can sing, there's tons of stuff on the internet to study. You could sing your scales. You could sing your songs. You can write your lyrics. I sing every day. I'm a singer, but I've never taken any lessons. I've never taken any lessons, and I don't sing anywhere. And maybe you hear me sing and think, well, that's a good thing because you suck. But the truth is, my voice and my toning is amazing, and it's been a huge healing factor for so many of my clients and tribe. And if I didn't just trust that I am a singer and love to let noise come out of my voice, I wouldn't have followed that. I'm such a classic example of following weird, wild hairs and impulses and raising my soul standards based on you know, my, sorry, I just want to take this off in case it's royalty-free music or not royalty-free or what have you. You don't know how it's going to come out, but what you do know is that that day you chose to follow what really resonates for you and follow that more and follow it more and follow it more. Shauna says, I don't know if it's just my phone, but the comments are covering the bottom half of your face. I know, me too. Maybe it's because I'm on vertical or it's because I have it at an angle. Let me do this. Is that better? So you guys haven't been seeing my face this whole time on the phone? How tiresome. I should have put it on horizontal or something. How funny. And then I look all creepy. Oh. Do you see my lashes? Oh, you can't see them. So Allie says, no, I mean, it's hard to figure out what else to do. I can't sing 24/7. The voice needs rest. And lately, I've lost my voice from all the energy shifts. Oh, like you make your money singing and you don't know what else to do? Is that what you mean? Sue says, I love hearing you tone and sing. It's my favorite. Let it go, Allie. Sing. Sing in your car, in the mirror to your friends. I love it, Sue. Yeah. See, Sue's been one of my clients, and she was drawn in by me, my crazy bongoing and whatever I was doing on the live stream. I just show up, and it keeps changing. And sometimes, like even tonight, I was like, well, what exactly am I sharing tonight? What's my intention, and what am I going to come on and do? I don't want to do cards tonight. It doesn't feel right. And there's always something to talk about and connect, right? So, Natasha, are you still here, or did she slip off? Let me know if you're still here. She seemed to disappear after my direct increase. She was getting some straight up Valtopia guidance. I'm lucky to get that. So Allie, did I answer your question, or did I misunderstand your text and it was confusing? So for any of you that are watching, are you rising your soul standards? Are you eliminating the things that aren't in alignment and that are energy leaks for you? Yes, you can, Estella. You can purchase my art. I do commissions. My commissions are more pricey because of the supply, you know, the canvas. I like to do oil. Some of the stuff is in print in my shop, and I have slated on the Valtopia schedule, I talked about it today in our team meeting, resources that will go to having someone take pictures of the art and put it on my merchandise in my Valtopia.com shop. So just private message me. Tell me what you'd like. I'm painting right now. I like doing wings. This is one of my wings pictures. That's one of the more delicate ones. And then this is one of the ones that I love right here, this guy. I was feeling like somebody new was gonna come in and get wings. And you know, I'm doing these new I have one-to-ones. I have a couple spaces. They begin at $1,000 a month for 90 days, and $2K and $3K, depending on how you choose to enter. But I have these $15,000 activations where you would get a painting as part of the activation. So that's exciting, and I can't wait to see who the person is that leaps into this embodiment activation. I call it the full yes activation, the full body yes activation. So many of us have achieved so much and still don't know fully that full body yes. And that is the key, I feel, to bridging the gap between where you are and what's calling you. And understanding that you have, like, on lockdown a system going forward of calling in what you need. Yay, Estella loves it. Well, message me, honey. I want to see which thing is for you. I really do feel another set of wings coming through. And I need to journal about it because it belongs to somebody. That I don't get called in for these for no other, not for no. It's like I'm talking about. We have our longings and desires, and because they're part of our blueprint. Like, we've already been imbued with this information. The only thing between us and the truth of that experience is our belief that it's too weird or hard to have, and it's not. We're creating our experience. It's just that we're so used to what we see around us. We think that's all there is. And I'm thinking, for me, I thought I was stuck in so many situations in my life, and I was thinking about it today, about how many things I've transcended, and how much stuff I've learned, and how much I've overcome, and how much I've traveled, and how many people I've met, and all this stuff. And before you do any of it, it all seems like this big mountain hill you have to go up. And once you've done it, it's like, wow, I did that, and I wish I'd enjoyed the ride more. And that's what I'm here for. Life is for living. And you are powerful, and you have so much more access to all your potential capabilities than you realize. And when you're integrated and embodied, it's not like it isn't scary anymore, but it depends on where you are in your journey. But you have so much more power activation in your energy towards your desires when you fully engage that way. So this is what I'm about. So who's still here? And Estella, I'm looking forward to chatting with you. America says 100%, yes. And so you're seeing me go through a really fun shift right now. If you're just joining me, or if you've been watching me forever, I'm calling in new relationships of all kinds. I've really cleaned my slate, and I'm allowing the power of my imagination and creation to take so much more place in my way of being, because I've been doing it all along, but still having that percentage of me be a little bit like, oh, I can't really have that, can I? And then it happens, and I'm like, I did decide and ask for that. I do, we are so powerful, and we have to trust ourselves, because when we don't, then we have this split energy, and we feel the longing, and then we're out of alignment, and that has a whole ricochet effect, and you create from that. So you might as well just fully immerse, be fully intentional, clear the bullshit, clear the stuff that isn't working for you, raise your soul standards, and manifest what is already yours. Shauna's like, yeah, yes, I love it. All right, well, it's 9 o'clock here. I would love to go and enjoy my evening. I want to pull one card from the Sacred Earth Oracle, because this deck is so revealing. I'm not pulling any cards for anybody, because I'm keeping my energy really clear right now as I call in my new clients, and really there's a class that I'm writing that's going to be launched in September. I know exactly what it is, but I'm allowing it to come in. And so I'm really tuning into people I haven't met yet. Maybe you're watching me right now. Maybe you'll watch me tomorrow. And I would love for you to connect if you really know that my energy is activating for you. If you feel vibration in anywhere in your crown, or if you feel energy running in your feet, if your throat feels tight, if you say, who is this woman and I know her already, please reach out. If the prices I mentioned
are not in your level of experience, I have established a whole library of content at an entry level space. And there are people who are watching me and connecting with me energetically who are going to book in at those prices and already do. And I say that to those of you who haven't yet experienced that level of pricing, that it's here and it's available, right? We have these like, we think things are a certain way, and we do see all around us that it's a certain way. That doesn't mean you don't stand up and imagine it way better and make it better. You know, Martin Luther King stood up for what he knew in his heart was right. Dude, was that what he saw around him? No, he wasn't, right? You feel me on this? You have a vision that you came to do, be, and bring. And because other people around you are doubting what's coming through you, you're a visionary. You got to stand up for it. You got to bring it through. They'll believe it when you do. They'll believe it when you do. You get to believe it until it's come through. How does this all feel for you? Someone's throat chakra is tight. Oh, look at the cards telling me to get off. Absence. They're like, yeah, you need to pull out and go do your thing. Absence makes the heart grow fonder. And I encourage you to tune into your own frequency and energy and vibration and find out what's there for you, because that is where the power and the magic is. And I couldn't do that for a long time, so I invested in help, and I provide that help for those of you who still haven't quieted your monkey mind or gotten over some trauma to come into your body. We have solutions and support for you at different levels. So there shouldn't be a suffering. It feels fearful for some people and it feels impossible, but it's not. It's not, right? Do you guys have any more questions? Or comments or love or anything to tell me before I go and enjoy my evening? I'm like always around this time of night, I'm always like, ooh, I'm gonna paint or something, and then I end up taking a bath and going to bed. And then I wake up nice and early. I can't believe we only had 6 people on here, but that's all right. I like it. I like the intimate live streams. All right, thank you, everybody. I love you. Shauna, I'll see you in Messenger. And any of you wanting to work one-to-one, I have an application form. I'm happy to get on a call and discuss where you are with your experience and what you want. And anybody who's like wants to work with me creating art for you, my art is super activating and healing. I would love that. I would love to work to get into that too. I do 20-minute virtual readings at $197. Actually, it's $222 now. And of course, you could do the Abundance Awakening. It's on Valtopia.com for $22, honey. Shop Valtopia is open, and we have every cosmic awakening gift that you could enjoy for your expansion. I love it. All right, everybody. Have a beautiful evening, and own your frequency. There's nobody like you. See you next time.